What is going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how I made $302,000 last year, and we're actually on track to do even more this year. And so I'm going to be trying to break down everything to you so that hopefully it can help you grow your agency, whether you are new or if you're an existing agency owner. Now, in 2021 was perhaps my best year ever as far as income wise, because $300,000, that is crazy. If pop up a screenshot here just to show the proof of that is just the Stripe. This isn't including, you know, transactions done outside of Stripe. So it was actually a little bit more, but just based off of this number here, I'm just gonna go off of $302,000, which is just amazing to me. It's actually mind-blowing because when I first started, my goal was just to do $10,000 per month, which comes out to be $120,000 per year, and I've pretty much almost tripled that at this point, right? Or kind of close, but nonetheless, $300,000 is a lot, right? But now we're on our now I'm on my goal to, you know, bring it up to $500,000, or that's really my next goal, is to get it up to $500,000 in a year, and that is what we're working towards. So I'm going to share with you how I've been able to do that in 2021, right? And before I jump in, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and helped your boy out, do so by hitting that subscribe button and dropping a thumbs up on this video and get the YouTube algorithms going. So when I first started my agency, I didn't land my first client until 2019. Well, I technically started, I filed for my LLC in end of 2018, November of 2018. I didn't land my first client until about February, I want to say March and April of 2019. And from there, I haven't looked back since. Now, 2019, 2020 was a little bit of a, how do we want to call it, like a confusing time, tough time for businesses because of the whole quarantine, the shutdown stuff. And at that time, I felt like I had started my business at like the worst time possible, right? A lot of clients were dropping off because they just couldn't remain open anymore. And nonetheless, I stuck with it. 2019, in our first year, we did about, I want to say $70,000 total from April to December. That's how much we made. And then in 2020, we did about 150 or so. And then so that's in 2020, and then in 2021 we just kind of exploded. So in 2020 we did about 130, 150, maybe even 160. Nonetheless, in 2021 we pretty much just blew that out the waters and did $300,000, which was last year. And the funny thing is that I didn't really like go heavy into marketing or anything like that. And I'm going to share with you the two things that you need in order for your agency to become successful, because I didn't get any of my clients through paid ads. To this day, at the time of recording this, I have not gotten any clients whatsoever through paid ads. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do in order to have a successful agency and be, you know, generating these type of numbers, multiple six figures, is client retention. Okay, client retention is key when it comes to having a marketing agency, right? There's too many agency owners where they are signing on clients and clients are dropping off like flies. Okay, like flies flying into the light bulb, and they're just popping up, they're getting electrocuted, right? So that is a recipe for disaster. And the reason for that is because you haven't found a niche that you've specialized in. Okay, it's so important to find something that you get the best results for. Okay, and maybe it's something, and maybe you are in a niche and you're still figuring it out, right? Which is okay. Okay, if you're in a niche, you know, refine your systems, find ways to get that result. Okay, once you get results, you can start replicating that results for all these new clients within the same niche, and it just makes the whole process that much easier. Okay, so in 2021, I actually did very, very little marketing, but we'll get to that later. I want to talk a little bit more about the client retention. So client retention is super important. Okay, it doesn't matter what niche you're in. It doesn't matter if there's a niche that is better. There's always gonna be hype around some type of this new niche or whatever the case might be. Okay, because at one point I was hearing, you know, e-com was the greatest niche to be in. You can get, you know, a percentage of the sales and all that stuff, which is great, and there's nothing wrong with the e-com space as your client. I'm just saying, don't go chasing after the next hype thing. Okay, don't chase after the gold. Stick with what you got, and figure it out. Okay, if you've already got it this far, just continue to try and figure it out, because once you specialize, once you have that knowledge and experience that you need in that niche to get the results, that's when you're gonna be golden. Okay, and you can start replicating that results for everybody else, and now you specialize in something. And when you specialize in something, you can charge a lot more for it. Okay, and that's what we did. Okay, we stopped in the beginning. We were charging, I was charging as little as $500 to get started, to be honest with you. I even offered free trials. I paid for people's ads, which I don't recommend. But in the beginning, it doesn't matter how much you're making. Okay, doesn't matter. What's important is for you to get experience, for you to get an understanding and confidence to get results. Okay, you're probably gonna fail a lot. You're probably gonna lose a lot of clients because you just simply couldn't get the results. But once you start getting the results, it is a game changer. And now the second thing that I did throughout 2021, even though I didn't do a lot of prospecting, I didn't do any cold emails, I definitely didn't do any cold calls, because I definitely just suck at that. I didn't do a whole lot of outreach, but I still managed to get a lot of sales calls. Now you might be asking, Jordan, if you're not reaching out to people, how are you still getting sales calls? How are you still getting new clients? How are you still generating multiple six figures for your agency when you are not putting yourself out there? And that goes against everything that you're saying, when you should put your offer out in front of your ideal clients. Now, even though I wasn't reaching out to people, I was attracting people. Now, how did I do that? I did that by creating a personal brand. You see, guys, when you chase after clients, it's gonna be a little bit tougher to catch, right? They're like cats. You chase after them, they're gonna run away. Okay, some might stay and enjoy your company or whatever, but a lot of them are going to run away. But when you build a personal brand and you attract clients through organic ways and referrals and stuff like that, I find that so much easier. And if you guys know anything about me, I'm not good at sales. Even though I post these sales calls on my YouTube videos, I don't consider myself a sales guy. If I could outsource my sales, I would still do it. And I actually do. I do have people that take sales calls for me, and every now and then I'll hop on calls myself just for YouTube content for you guys. So hopefully if you guys do enjoy that, show me some love on the YouTube channel. Help me grow by dropping a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. But nonetheless, I built a personal brand, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy, guys. So many people think that you're starting from scratch, you're starting at zero, and you're not gonna see results for such a long time. Well, guys, my YouTube channel isn't that big. That is one of my personal brand, probably my biggest one, I would say, outside of my Facebook page. Not Facebook page, but my Facebook presence. So outside of those two, like, platforms, that is where my personal brand is. I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm not in the top 1% with these big marketing agencies or anything like that, but people still trust me and what I have to say because of my personal brand, right? Hopping on these YouTube videos isn't like I'm not the most comfortable person in front of the camera, but I still do it because I enjoy doing it and dropping content, just connecting with people in my space and being able to just help people out. And when you have good intentions and wanting to help people and just dropping knowledge, people are gonna like you for that. And it just attracts people. It attracts new clients, it attracts new students. And then overall, my agency grows through these platforms. So my YouTube channel, my Facebook profile, where I'm adding potential clients, I'm dropping out of Facebook groups, and just my YouTube content alone, I would say, attracted a lot of my new clients. And if you aren't, comfortable with that of jumping in front of videos, you can still build presence, right? You have Instagram, you have LinkedIn, you have Facebook to really create some type of presence and put yourself out there, okay? The key thing to building a personal brand is to just genuinely help people without expecting anything in return. And naturally, the law of reciprocation is just going to come into play. Like, you help people out and people are going to want to help you out. They're going to want to send people to you. They're going to like you, trust you, and buy into what it is that you ever have to offer. So if you are specializing in a specific niche, share your case studies, whether you failed or didn't fail or the results you got. Shine the light on what you did best and just build a presence off of that, right? Put it on your Facebook page or profile. Add your potential clients. Let them see what you're doing. Let them see that you specialize in what you do. Same as YouTube, right? If you specialize in something, share those results to people. And naturally, YouTube is a great search engine. It is owned by Google, the #1 search engine in the world. So when someone from anywhere in the world is searching something for you that you offer or what you're helping out with, they're naturally going to find you, see what you say, see what you have to offer, and they're going to buy into that. And those are the two main things that I've done in 2021. I didn't do anything else. I didn't do any cold emails. I didn't do a whole lot of outreach, to be honest with you guys. But here in 2022, we are looking to scale. So I will throw in a third bonus, right? And I haven't really shared this with a lot of people, but we are going to be starting to run paid ads. We are in that phase where we are looking to really scale, right? The first, I would say, 3 years, building the foundations, making sure the fulfillment's there, or the systems, the onboarding, the sales, making sure that I understand how the business model works. And now we're pretty much ready to take off. And in order to take off, we can just 10x what we're currently doing, or we can just quickly do it through paid ads as well. So that is another method that that is a method we plan on implementing from my agency to go from $300 to $500,000 in a year. So look forward to that and documenting my journey with you guys. So if you guys want to see how this plays out, how this folds and all that, consider subscribing to the channel. All right. So that's really the third bonus, is when we're looking to, now that I'm looking to scale, I'm gonna be running paid ads. I'm gonna 10x on hopefully more content for you guys, and just really get busy and doing things what I can to get this from 300 to 500 in a single year. Hopefully we can hit that 500 number by the end of this year. We are on track for a little bit under right now, but I haven't implemented the new system and strategies yet. So hopefully when I do implement that, we'll just get things really rolling. All right, guys. So those are the top 2 plus 1 bonus on how I was able to make $302,000 in the year of 2021. Is just crazy and mind-blowing for me to say, but hopefully it was helpful to you guys. Drop a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.